Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode with the Canning Nana. Today we are going to be pressure canning the rest of our mushrooms. Have about 10 pounds left from the marinated mushrooms. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the stems off of these. I am soaking the mushrooms in some ascorbic acid so they don't lose their color. And the stems I am also soaking in ascorbic acid, and we are going to be dehydrating these, and I will be showing you how to powder mushrooms coming today in another video. Stay tuned. Okay, so here are what we have for the stems. These are going to be going right into the dehydrator. And here are our washed and cleaned really well and soaked in citric acid mushrooms. So let's start slicing. So prepare your jars, and I'm going to be using the same half-pint wide-mouth short jars that I did for the marinated mushrooms. Have all of my lids and rings here. And I'm going to start slicing these. Now you can do these whole or sliced. I prefer to do them sliced because that's usually the way that I use the mushrooms. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so first we are going to put these in a pot. I've added some more ascorbic acid to this. It just helps keep the color to them. I don't like adding it to the jars, but you can add it to the jars as well. I believe it changes the flavor just a little bit when you do that. This way it does not, because I rinse them after. So we are going to bring this to a boil, and then we are going to bring them back over to the cutting board and slice them. So you can slice them and then put them in the boiling water. Again, it's a little bit easier if you boil these first. Make sure that they're all covered. They will shrink as you're going. So you want to make sure that they're all under the water, covered as soon as it comes to a boil. Meanwhile, get your canner ready with some water. Turn it on, get it hot, put some vinegar in your water. I have my kettle right here going with some water in it, and this only takes a minute or so for boiling water, so I can add some more to it. Very, very, very easy. So here I have just taken the first batch of mushroom stems out that we used when we did the marinated mushrooms and put them in a jar, and I'm going to be showing you guys in a separate video how to make mushroom powder out of this. Okay, just real quick, want to show you before they go in. Here are all the mushroom stems right here. Let's go check on our mushrooms. Okay, I have been pushing the mushrooms down. The timer is on, 4 minutes. It is boiling, and we're going to cook them again for 5 minutes. And you can the mushroom broth that you're making out of this. I would do it if I was cooking these down for longer, but because I'm only doing this for 5 minutes, there's not going to be a whole lot of mushroom flavor in this water, so I'm not going to save it. But you certainly can, and you can use it in rice, making mashed potatoes, anything that calls for water that you want a little bit of a mushroom flavor, this would be great for. And if you don't have enough mushrooms to fill your canner, you can always certainly can this and fill your canner with the broth. Okay guys, change of plans. This looks pretty amazing and it smells pretty amazing, so I'm going to add some onions to it, and we're going to do an onion mushroom broth and can it. Why not? It smells really good. Maybe because they're fresh mushrooms, it really, really came out good. So this will be strained, of course, but I'm going to add some onions to it, and I'll show you guys that process too. So let's start draining. So I put my colander on top of here, and I'm going to take these and pour them on here and let all of the rest of the juices drain into the pot so that I can use them. So here we go. Here's our pot. And I'm going to start cutting up some onions right after I put these in my canner right here. Yeah, we're going to have onion and mushroom broth. Something unexpected. Okay, so here is the bonus broth that we're making with mushroom and onion in there. So And I put some garlic in there. We'll see how this turns out. If nothing else, it's going to be a good flavor. But if nothing else, I could just use it as for mashed potatoes, like I said, for rice, for risotto, couscous, anything like that, you guys. It's extra water. It's extra liquid that you're storing. So any extra liquid that you're storing that tastes good is a bonus. Okay, back to the mushrooms. Okay, so here I am just cutting the mushrooms, just slicing them. Here are all of the mushrooms that we had. Now this whole bowl was full to the brim. So after cooking, not so much, but we'll still get a lot of jars out of this. Okay, so here we are with most of the mushrooms cut, and I just want to show you, I did save some of these to do whole. These are smaller mushrooms, and I'm just going to do these whole. You don't get very much in a jar this way, but I do have a couple recipes I want to use for whole mushrooms, so I'm going to use this jar. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to use my hands to do this. My hands are clean. I'm going to put them, just fill these in the jar. You want to leave a 1-inch headspace. So you don't get a whole lot in the jar. When we put the liquid in, that'll be a 1-inch headspace. That's pretty good. So I'm going to fill the rest of these. I still have a little bit more to cut here, and then I'll bring you back when they're all done. Okay, so here are our mushrooms, and we are going to start pouring the hot water from the kettle in here. So I am just going to kind of wing this a little bit because I'm holding the camera. Remember, you have to debubble, and that should give us a little bit more room. And you can do this with broth if you want to. I've done this with an onion soup mix. Add garlic, add some salt to it. They come out absolutely delicious. Okay, let's debubble these with our debubbler, and I will have more in stock. I think I have 6 left on my Etsy site. For those of you still wanting one of these, it has the measuring on the end and the little debubbler side. We are getting more. Okay, so I'm going to just debubble this. I'm going to have to take some out of there. So I'm probably going to get some more jars because we need a 1/2 inch or an inch of headspace. That one's good. Okay, let me debubble all of these and I will get right back. Okay, so here we go, and I have 1 extra jar, one of the tall half pints I filled with mushrooms. So these are all the correct headspace. They all are covered. So we are going to dip our paper towel into some vinegar, bring it out a little bit, and carefully wipe the edges of all of the jars. And then we're going to put our rings on. So we do that. Okay, all wiped clean. So we're going to start to put the lids on the jars, one by one. And I will tighten these as soon as I get them all on here. And then I will bring you back when we put them in the canner. Okay, here they all are right here, all ready to go in, and they look beautiful, you guys. Just beautiful. And if you liked canned mushrooms, these are 10 times better than store-bought canned mushrooms. They stay firmer, the texture is much better, and they are much more flavorful. So if you haven't done this, give it a try. You don't have to do as much as I did. We are going to be canning these in a pressure canner for 45 minutes, and I will bring you back when the process is done. Okay, everybody, so our canner is done. I'm going to take the weight off. I'm going to open it and just let it, whoops, there we go. Just let it air out for just a second. Okay, I'm going to take the lid off of here. And here are the jars. Okay, I'm gonna get this one out first. Ooh, these look good. Okay, we're gonna put that one there. Okay, look at that. Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these out, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're all out. Okay, you guys, so here are the finished product. Look at that, they look amazing. Oh my goodness. And it's got some good mushroom stock inside the jars. All of the headspace looks amazing. Looks really good. Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned. And the word of the day is going to be canned mushrooms. Tell me what you guys would do with the canned mushrooms if you've tried this before. And let me know if you like mushrooms. I know a lot of people don't. But mushrooms are really good for you, and you could do so many things with them. So please subscribe, like this video, and comment the word of the day, which is mushrooms, in the comment section below. And please share the video if you like what you see. This way it helps YouTube's algorithm to share my videos with more people. And again, thank you for watching, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. See you later.